Hi everyone, my name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time as a musician myself, and today is kind of a bonus big video for Sonic Unleashed. This is Shamar Day and Night and Arid Sands Day and Night, requested by AnnaChicky and Ricardo. Thank you very much. Very quickly before I get started, I am working on VGM Vibes 11, which is desert theme songs in games, and I was suggested Arid Sands, but I also see from my request that Shamar is a hub world of Arid Sands, and of course it has a day version and a night version, and of course Arid Sands has a day and night version. So this is now 4 songs. So less yapping, more listening. And if I recall correctly, I'm pretty sure about this, Sonic Unleashed is the one where it's like he turns into the whatever. So it's like a big shift in music. That's all I really recall. It'll come to me with the Werehog. I'm pretty sure it's this game. Anyways, we have 4 songs here. I don't know if they're all going to sound deserty, but we'll see. We are starting with Shamar. I don't know. Oh, these are all from the channel Deoxys Prime. I don't know the composer on any of these. Shamar Day. Little Egyptian. Huh. Interesting. That's a nice touch. There's a lot going on in music theory-wise here. It has a little bit of like a Latin flavor too, which is kind of odd. It sounds like something from another game I'm featuring called Guacamelee. There's a lot of exotic flavor here. A lot. And not just one place. It sounds like multiple areas across the world. And yet, while remaining very dancey and punchy. There's vocals in there too? Sounds like it, like people screaming. I'm going to talk a little bit before I move on to the next one because there's a lot of music theory going on here. A lot of Phrygian. I've talked about Phrygian before. The Phrygian is the 3rd scale of the major scale. Basically, it is the one that is the most exotic sounding, and it is the one that I was expecting to hear the most regarding desert type songs, and this one is no exception. Funny enough, though, the reason I bring it up is because Phrygian is used in a lot of Eastern music. It's used in a lot of Spanish music, flamenco music. And this sounded like a lot of different areas across the world. But not only that, is the bass was like extremely hanging in that kind of Phrygian box. The sound of this, it's called a mode or a scale. The sound of it is very tense. And you can tell, once you hear it once, you can kind of hear it forever. But if you pay attention to the bass line, you can tell that it starts on the root and then the next note is like right next door. So it's like doom 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 doom. There's like this kind of tension back and forth, and the bass line was like covered in that. Also, the claps were very reminiscent of a flamenco style, rhythms, and of course the flamenco guitar, which is amazing, the nylon string fingerstyle stuff. But then they had like these horns, which sounded more like Latin flavored, and then the beginning sounded very Egyptian. So basically, it's funny. It seems like they took the common genres of the Phrygian scale and then put them into a song together instead of just sounding deserty. But it's still cool though. Now, the next one, from what I recall, the day and night cycles are pretty drastically different in this game. I can't imagine what this is going to sound like, but it's probably going to be smoother, no claps. But I think that bass is going to return and going to be more emphasized. That's my guess. This is Shamar Night. A lot of horn. Bass is slower. It's definitely giving like Spanish desert. With the horns. Sonic Unleashed has such a cool soundtrack. So unique. Also, another thing about Phrygian is that it's very mysterious sounding. Both these songs have an essence in the air about them. There's more percussion and horns in this one. And now this one's a little bit more Mexican. A bit of mariachi in there. Oh, that's a cajon. The percussion. Oh, hold on. Oh, that's cool. Two different horns playing the same melody in two different spots. Bassier, treble. So something I caught on very late onto that one is that is a cajon, which is the kind of main percussive instrument of flamenco. That's the one where people are sitting down on and using their hands between like their lap. me see if I can find you just a quick. You've probably seen it before. I'm just gonna type in like random cajon playing or something. Let's check out the second video from Ross McCallum. It's just called Fast Cajon Solo by Ross McCallum. I've never seen this video, but you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. You hear the sound? That kind of... Oh, I know what song they're playing. Wow, what are the odds I know exactly what song they're playing? They're playing Tamakun from Rodrigo y Gabriela, a Mexican duo of guitar players. Fun fact, in the original song of Tamakun, there is no cajon. They play the guitar like a drum. I can show you that too, actually. Damn, we're just going down a YouTube rabbit hole here. But that is the cajon, as you can hear. You can tell because it has a very... it almost sounds like there's a snare inside. It has like a type of after effect. It's like boom and then... I don't know if that makes any sense. That was Tamakun. That was literally Tamakun from... it's one of the biggest hits. Let me just show you. At the very, very, very end of the song, they go into like a full-on drum solo. This is from the DL show. The cajon player was just doing this. That's so interesting. How often in your life have you seen a percussive player cover a guitar cover? Or cover a guitar part? This is a guitar part. Wow, that just got interesting. Okay, anyways. So really quick before we move on to Arid Sand, this is an interesting video. This song right here, Shamar, is all over the place. It sounds like it's all over the world. There's parts of Spain in there. There's parts of Mexico in there. There is Egypt. There, the whole like Arabian thing. This is the power of Phrygian. I'm telling you. The reason I'm bringing up Phrygian, which by the way, you can look this up on your own. It's Phrygian. It's one of the. It's like I said. It's the third mode of the major scale. It's a very recognizable sound, but there's a lot of genres that use it, and once you hear it, it's all of a sudden sounds like a bunch of different cultures. Also, it's used a lot in metal. The reason it doesn't sound metal right now is because there's no distortion guitars and drums, but metal uses a lot of Phrygian as well. So I had no idea up until this video that this game has like a hub world. So this is making me think a little outside the box, and now I'm starting to think that there might be multiple kind of dry locations in this game, and Arid Sands is just one of them. Let me know. Only thing I have to say about the night version is that it's still bass focused, but just it's slower now and more groovy. But it was all about the horns and this kind of and the cajon, I guess. Very cool. Now I move on to Arid Sands, which is the big request. Specifically, the daytime version, which is the most requested one. Well, no context, just suggested on the desert theme. I'm going to be listening out for motifs of Shamar, though. This is Arid Sands. Sonic Unleashed. Phrygian all over the place. You hear how those notes are so close together? Turntable. It's got that sonic speed though. I feel like we're now moving for sure. Maybe you don't move a lot in Shamar. Even the chords are in Phrygian. whatever instrument you're hearing, listen to how close the notes are to each other. Whether it's a keyboard, this little, they're right next to each other. The bass line too. They're just going back and forth. Wow. Triplet? This is gonna sound really weird. Oh, well, hold on. Something new has arose. This is great. I have a very specific image in my mind, and it's like underground. And there's a very specific reason why I'm thinking. I'll tell you why. Well, not entirely underground. It might go like up to the surface, but it feels mostly like tomb, catacomb type thing. That's a tremolo pick. That's a finger style technique. That's so cool. More Phrygian. There's so much to talk about here. I don't even know where to start. I kind of just want to jump into the next one, but well, I'll tell you this. Every episode I do for VGM Vibes is always like the last song that I show. It's not necessarily my favorite song. It's just the one that sparks the idea, right, of the whole episode. And I already know what that is. You guys don't. I'll just say that this one is right up there with that sound, right? That whole sound, it's right up there. This one is loaded. Both songs, Shamar and this one, just loaded with the Phrygian scale. It's insane. Everything. Dun 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 dun. You know, those little microtonal movements. This is one of those. The good thing about stuff like this, like, it sounds really difficult, right? And it is. It's fast, but fast isn't necessarily like a difficult thing. Getting it clean, yeah, but you know. But the melody isn't really that complicated. So what I'm saying is, like, if you wanted to learn this on an instrument, it wouldn't take that long, because it's a lot of pedal tone. It's a lot of one note over and over. You know, but it's a quick movement. It's a good way to actually train your ears. So you find that original note, and now that you know it's Phrygian, you know it's going to be like right next door. It's maybe a couple keys away, a couple frets away, or one fret away. The drums in this one have a very specific sound. I forgot what their name. Actually, I think I have it right here. I think it's a Turkish style of drum, and it's called, yeah. I could be wrong about this, but I think that style of drum is the doumbek or the darbuka. Search one of those two. I would search it here, but actually, maybe I should. I've been doing it already. You'll know. But that's more of like an Indian, Turkish, Greek. I don't know. It's like when it comes to percussion, it's kind of hard to like, you know. All right. From the this is perfect. From the it's a drum channel. Minor percussion. Check this out. The Egyptian doumbek. You hear that sound already? That clang. So sick. Oh, there's so much going on here. Also, there was this like really specific flamenco technique in here, which is really weird. I don't have my guitar out, but I can do the technique. I'm kind of lazy right now. Let me find it really quick. Hold on. That. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's 5. Yeah, right. So, quintuplet. Hold on. Quad. Yeah. Yeah. It's a quintuplet. I think. Let me slow it down. I'm like fascinated by this song. The song is so interesting. And we still have the nighttime version. I think that's a. Oh, it sounds way different slowed down. Now it sounds like. Now it just sounds like 4. I guess it's played so fast that normal speed it sounds like 5. Anyways, I mean, I have my electric here, but it won't be the same. It's kind of hard to do, and I don't really feel like moving my camera or anything, but it's like thumb. Well, the way I was hearing it was like thumb, index, ring, middle, index. So it's like a. Normally my nylon guitar would sound amazing here, but that's far away. Anywho, that's Arid Sound's day. We still have more to go. Whew, man. Well, okay. Who knows what to expect from nighttime? But I think the strong melodies of the first one are gonna stay here, but just slower. So it's like da na 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 down na 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 na, and just feels gonna sound just more mysterious and slower, basically. But who knows? I have no idea what to expect anymore. Sonic Unleashed is crazy. Let's go. What? I don't understand the soundtrack. We've gone into the ballroom now. But again, a lot of horn use. I like the snare in the back. It sounds far away. What a great soundtrack. What a big change. So dope though. This is giving me a setting that I don't think matches. This to me sounds like a downtown Main Street at night, like New Orleans type of thing. Bustling. Street lights, performers. That kind of thing, which I don't think is correct, you know. Just one quick note to add to the last song, Arid Sands Daytime, I forgot to mention. The reason I said it felt underground to me was specifically actually Sandopolis from 3. That was the exact thing I was seeing, like kind of like outside and then it turns into inside. But it mostly felt inside. I had this, and also it makes sense that the first one was faster, Arid Sands Day, because that's, from what I recall, that's like the normal traditional Sonic, even though it's, I think it's 3D, right? Behind the back, I think. Your traditional collect the rings, move fast through the level. And it took me a while to remember, like, oh wait, also the werehog part, very much, I don't know if it's still a thing to move quickly through the level, or as much as it turns into like an action adventure, but it's definitely slower and more of a, you know, big kind of brute look to the werehog. I'm pretty sure it's Sonic Unleashed. I hope I'm not saying all this stuff and it's a different game, but I'm pretty sure it's Sonic Unleashed. So it makes sense, sort of the night times are like totally different. But this was different than the previous 3 songs, which had a strong base of the Phrygian mode and, you know, these very exotic sounds from different areas, where this one sounded to me like Egypt at night or something, like an Egypt downtown. It sounded like we're going from club to club and it's just like a night out on the town. It's very, very stylish, very like cigar smoky and, you know, cool. So I'm trying to imagine like what's happening here. And that's pretty much it, you know. That was a lot, you know. It's very rare that I listen to 4 songs in one video. But basically Sonic Unleashed is very unique to me. I'm also a big fan of like day and night stuff. It's going to be a theme one day for VGM Vibes. I haven't told people that until now, but that's going to be a thing eventually, you know, day and night cycles in games. I think it's really cool when composers mess with another way of reusing the melody. But you know what's interesting to me is, this is the problem with hearing 4 songs back to back. At this exact moment in time, I can't tell you if either of those 4 songs shared a motif. Either Shamar, Day and Night, I don't know if they shared anything, or if Arid Sands, Day and Night shared anything. They all sounded like 4 distinct songs from each other. Maybe there was, but again, it's a lot of information musically all at once. But that was like 4 very big genres, you know, in the span of like 20 minutes. So you'll have to excuse me. There's a thing called ear fatigue. So honestly, at the end of the day, though, they were all fantastic. That's a given. So I think it's safe to say that I'm going to add them into the episode of the desert themes, but I'm thinking all of them, actually. They all do give that feeling of the desert, you know, the sands, the golden sands. But also, I think one of the main reasons I want to add it is because I think typically when people sent me desert songs, they were thinking of, because one of the tropes of desert is like the sun, daytime, right? Sunlight, the baking sun. But I also wanted to hear stuff like at night, you know, specifically desert night stuff. So this is like perfect for me. And again, one of the songs that I chose for me, that I chose, is nighttime. So, okay. I'm running out of things to say. My ears are tired. That was a lot. That was really, really good. 4 amazing songs. Let me know what's going on here, because I have to know. Okay, thank you to all the requesters. Thank you to everyone you see on screen. I couldn't be here without them. Thanks to you for watching. I'll see you in VJ and Vibes 11. Peace.